Welcome to today's mini training session where we take a really big topic from one of our trainings and drop it into a bite-sized piece. These sessions are perfect while you maximize your lunch break at work or even folding laundry at home. No matter where you are, thank you so much for being here. And before we get started, I do have a favor to ask of you. While you're listening right now, please go ahead and share this video on your social feed. You can even email a copy to your most important people. Please share and spread the word. The only way for conversations and culture to shift in topics like this is to actually talk about it. So, talking openly breaks down barriers and reduces any stigma around child sexual abuse. Thank you so much for helping me do this. And let's go ahead and get started. Today, we are breaking down the ICARE plan, which is a portion of our mandated reporting training offered through the task force. Before we do get started, I do want to remind everyone that reporting a disclosure of abuse is every adult's responsibility. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. Reporting disclosures of abuse is every adult's responsibility. It is also the responsibility of every adult to do their part in preventing child sexual abuse from occurring. And so, as we talk about the ICARE plan, think about what you do, where you go, and the youth surrounding you. And remember that you are responsible for caring and preventing abuse from occurring. We also know, because we are talking openly about it, that child sexual abuse happens. It happens in every single neighborhood, every single community, every single school. It happens. And so knowing how to respond responsibly to child sexual abuse is every single adult's responsibility. In our mandated reporting training, we do remind our reporters that they are mandated, meaning they're required to report child abuse and neglect under Missouri law. And through our training, we do provide a quick and easy way to remember how to do so through the ICARE plan. So, this is what today's about. When responding, remember the ICARE plan, okay? So let's go ahead and just simply review ICARE, and then we'll drop it down into small bite-sized pieces quickly so that you can walk away today from this mini training session and know how you, whether you're a mandated reporter or an adult in a neighborhood, and you are responsible. Okay? So the ICARE plan includes information, calm demeanor, assure the child, report suspected abuse, and encourage counseling. The ICARE plan comes from Missouri Kids First, which is a wonderful organization that we greatly appreciate partnering with within our Northwest Missouri region. So as we review ICARE, let's talk about each portion individually. So let's first start with information. What does that mean? That means secure basic information. What happened? Who did this? Where or when did this happen? And once you have gained enough information to suspect abuse, you need to stop questioning the child. I know it may be difficult. You may want to further question the child so that you have a bigger picture, but just know it's not your responsibility to do so. It is your responsibility simply to report the suspected abuse, not to investigate the allegation. So, once again, secure the basic information. And once you have gained enough information to suspect the abuse, stop questioning the child. It is not your job to investigate allegations. It's your job to report abuse. So that's what information is all about in the ICARE plan. Secure the basic information. You do not need the whole who, what, when, where, how. You just need the basic information so that you can do your report right away. So that is what I is all about. The second is calm demeanor. Remain calm while the child, the teenager, the individual in front of you is reporting abuse. It's so important for you to do so. Because if we, as a trusted adult, who they are trusting as they disclose this information and experience to, if we show any signs of anger or disgust, that child may think your anger or disgust is directed toward them. And remember, you are not angry at the child, okay? So we need to make sure that we have a calm demeanor. Many children care about their perpetrator. And if you act angry at the abuser, the child may recant, meaning they may say, oh, never mind, it didn't happen. Or they stop disclosing the information and you're not able to get enough to make a report. So calm demeanor is critical. Remain calm while the report of abuse is occurring. Once again, children may think your anger or disgust is directed toward them. And remember, you are not angry at the child, but at the abuser. And many children care about their perpetrator. And if you act angry at the abuser, the child may recant. So just simply having an open posture, a calm demeanor, a nurturing space to provide for that individual so that they can do the disclosure. You are a trusted adult. They trust you enough to share their experience of trauma with you. So you are there to simply gather enough information to suspect the abuse and then to report it. So in the ICARE plan, calm demeanor is that second portion. The third, assure the child. Assure the child that what happened was not his or her fault. Children cannot stop abuse. Only the abuser can. Things you could say is, what happened was not your fault. Or, I am sorry this happened to you. By assuring the child that they are doing the right thing, coming to you to disclose the traumatic experience that they're speaking about is important to do. So simply making sure that they know it's not their fault is important. Assure the child. Okay. So that's the third. Once you have enough information that you can report the abuse, you need to report the suspected abuse. So that's what the fourth portion of the ICARE plan is all about. Report the suspected abuse. So you've got enough information, you've done so, or you've gained the information with a calm demeanor. You've assured the child that it was not their fault. And now you are going to report the abuse. So report the suspected abuse to the Missouri's Child Abuse Hotline, and I've included it on the screen. The number is 1-800-392-3738 or 1-844-CAN-TELL. You can do so online as well, and the link is on the screen. So when you've got enough information with your calm demeanor and you've assured the child and they are in a space where they're safe with other trusted caregivers or adults, it is now time to report the abuse because you were the person that the child or the youth disclosed to. You and only you are responsible for making that report. It is not the responsibility of any other person because that child did not disclose the information to another individual. They disclosed it to you. So you must report that suspected abuse. And it is every adult's responsibility to do that. And it is required of a mandated reporter to do so. So make sure that once you've gone through those first few steps that you actually report the suspected abuse in a timely manner. My recommendation is you do so within 6 hours of the disclosure. It is necessary for you to report it as soon as possible so that that child can remain secure and safe in an environment with professionals and trusted caregivers that they can continue moving forward. So that is the fourth part of reporting, or of the ICARE plan, I should say. Now, lastly, after you've made the report, the next thing that you can do is encourage counseling. You have done your job as a trusted adult to respond responsibly to the disclosure. And now, what you can do now for the child, for their family, is to encourage counseling. Encourage the non offending family members to schedule counseling, not only for the child or the survivor, but also for non offending family members. If you need referrals to therapists or counselors who specialize in child sexual abuse, notify your local child advocacy center, the task force, or counseling agency. There are numerous agencies out there and in your area that are focused on trauma informed counseling. And it's important for you to encourage this to begin right away. So, we have talked about the ICARE plan: information, calm demeanor, assure the child, report suspected abuse, and encourage counseling. The ICARE plan is just a small little nibble of the mandated reporter training, and it is important for every adult to get trained annually, not just those who are mandated and required to do so. You can register or schedule a group training today by contacting the task force or contacting your local CAC if you're outside of the Northwest Missouri region. Some of the aspects of a thorough mandated reporting training should occur, and they consist of legal requirements and responsibilities, recognizing the signs, how to respond responsibly, and steps to effective reporting. Once again, the ICARE plan is critical for you to remember. It's a wonderful little piece for you to think of when you're in those moments, and attending a training annually is vital. So, as we close up shop today, thank you so much for being here. Please share to spread awareness. We greatly appreciate you. And once again, the task force is here for you. We're here to help respond and provide the area with a children's advocacy task force and personnel for investigations to occur involving victims and or witnesses of crimes who are minors. We're also here to prevent it from occurring. We are in this together, my friends. We are here to prevent crimes against children by providing educational outreach, campaigns, and initiatives to increase awareness and knowledge across the region. You sharing this information is critical. We also could not do what we're doing without our donors and financial support across the region. So if you are feeling called today to even donate that $5, please go ahead to that URL on the screen or scan the QR code. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to connecting soon with another mini training session. And as always, stay connected. And thank you for being a trusted and trained adult for our children in the region.